Hey guys, Chicago injury lawyer Scott DeSalvo driving into work today. And in today's video, I want to answer the question, why doesn't the insurance company just pay my doctor bills? Why don't they just pay me? Why do they make us wait? I had a guy who called me who basically was very frustrated. He was trying to be fair to the insurance company. He gave them everything they wanted. He gave him a recorded statement, which is what I tell you to never do unless you're represented by a lawyer, because the recorded statement is not what you think it is. It's not a fair attempt by them to find out what happened. It's often just an attempt by them to get you recorded on a recording saying something that hurts your case. And they'll lead you into that with the kinds of questions they ask. But I've got other videos on that. So why don't the insurance companies just pay claims? Well, they do. In some claims, I'll talk to lots of people every year who have what is pretty obviously a serious injury. Like it looks like it's a fracture, or they need knee surgery, or they're going to need shoulder surgery. And the insurance adjuster comes right out of the gate within the first week and is super nice to him on the phone and offers him $5,000 to settle the case. Now, some people, not realizing how bad an injury can turn out being, will take the $5,000 and then they'll call a lawyer later after they sign their rights away. But once you settle a case, that's usually it. You usually can't go back and ask for more. Now, they settle those cases that the adjuster, so the adjuster is very experienced. They're usually a senior adjuster with a lot of experience at the insurance company looking at medical records, and so they can pretty quickly sort out the cases that look like they're going to be big versus the ones that are going to be small. The smaller ones, they let them languish. But if they can get out of a case for $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 for a case that they think has a high likelihood of it resulting in a surgery and a serious injury, they just saved that insurance company so much money, right? So how does insurance work? Here's how it works. Insurance companies insure people, so that means the insurance company collects monthly premiums from the businesses and the people they insure. They collect that money and they invest it in the stock market, in annuities, in bonds, various places, right? And they get a return on what they invested, right? Now, when they get an injury claim, they may look at it and say, yeah, we should pay $100,000 on this case. But remember, they're in the business of collecting premiums and delaying payment. So they don't just want to get a claim and pay it right away. So let me give you a demonstration of what I'm talking about. Like, so let's say it takes you 2 years to get the $100,000, and sometimes it does. If it takes you 2 years to get the $100,000 that you should have got 2 years earlier, let's say they put that $100,000 that they know that they have to pay you eventually, and they put it in a bank account where they get $500 or 5% interest a year. So the first year they delay paying you the $100,000, they now have $105,000, right? And then when they delay another year, they have 5% on that figure. So it's, whatever the math is, it's another $5,005, I think is the right math. So by delaying your case for 2 years that they knew they had to pay $100,000 on, they then send you the check for the $100,000, but they collected $10,005. So they're really only paying you like $89,000, almost $90,000, right? And, it's not just the cases that are slam dunks. On other cases where they know, let's say the case should be worth $50,000, what they'll do is they'll delay it for a year so they get the interest on the $50,000, and then they'll call you up and say, look, your medical bills are too high. If your medical bills were $20,000, we had our guy look at it. Those bills should only be $10,000. So we'll offer you $10,000 plus $2,000 for pain and suffering. On a case where they know they should pay $50,000, or that you've got $20,000 in medical bills, they're only offering you $12,000 based on their cockamamie analysis. So they save a lot of money that way, because When a person isn't represented by a lawyer, a long delay makes them miss their filing deadline, and then their case is over. And a lot of people, I mean a huge percentage of injured people who aren't represented by an attorney, they just give up. They get tired of calling the adjuster. Every time they talk to the adjuster wants them to go get another document, another document, another document, things like this. Okay? So they just get frustrated, life gets in the way, and they abandon the claim. Guess who makes a huge profit on situations like that? That's right, the insurance company. So the point is, insurance companies delay, deny, draw everything out, because every day, week, month, and year that passes by, they're making money on the amount of money that they've evaluated your case should ultimately pay. And their goal, and their lawyer's goal, is to settle the case or go to trial or resolve the case somehow under the number they think it's worth. And we have an incentive to be flexible when we're settling a case, right? Because if it's going to take us 2 years to get $100,000, but we can get you $75,000 right now, and I'm able to work out deals on the medical liens and other deductions so that you're putting a good amount of that money in your pocket, you and I might meet and you might say, hey, 75 grand now versus maybe 100 grand in 2 years, I'll take the $75,000 now. Economists call that the opportunity cost of money, I think. I was a minor in economics, but that was a long time ago. Anyway, so, that's how it works. That's why the insurance company, if they call you up and make you a quick offer, you're about to get worked over, and then otherwise they delay. Unless they're really afraid. Insurance companies settle cases based on fear. So unless I call them up and tell them you guys are in trouble here, and I write them a really good demand letter, a demand letter is a letter I write to them after I have all your bills and records in and a good summary, and I lay out the entire case for them. And we do a really good job at it. I think we do about the best demand letter that I'm even aware of, and I've been doing this for 25 years. There are actually outside companies that offer demand writing services, and I don't think their demands are as good as the ones we put together. But anyway, I digress. The point is, if they offer you a quick settlement, there's something you don't know, and if they're delaying the case, they're hoping you give up, or we miss a deadline, or they're just going to collect the interest at the end of the case. So that's how the business model works, and that's why insurance companies don't pay right away. So hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this information helped you. If you or anyone you know needs an injury lawyer, you can always reach me by calling 312-500-4500. That's 312-500-4500. Anytime, night or day, that phone call gets answered and your information gets sent directly to me. And first thing I do when I wake up is I check my phone, just like I think all busy people. Maybe it's a bad habit, but I do it. So we'll get back to you whenever, if you call in the middle of the night or if you call during the day, we can talk when you call. So anyone you know, and if you have any referrals, I'd appreciate it. 312-500-4500. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified when I release a new video. And if you're not ready to talk to a lawyer, but you want to learn more about an injury situation you or a loved one is in, I've got a couple of really good tools on my website. They are completely free to use, okay? One is called the Do I Have a Good Case calculator. Literally, you answer about 6 multiple choice questions. It takes you about 10 or 15 seconds to do, and you get a pretty good idea whether you have a good case or maybe you have a case with some challenges. Link in the description, free to use, no obligation. And then I have the Case Cash Calculator. This one, same thing. It takes 10-15 seconds to just answer the multiple choice questions really quick. Gives you an idea what your case might be worth. 100% free, no obligation, link in the description. Finally, if you enjoy my videos and you would not mind doing me a favor, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can go, you just cut and paste it into your browser, and if you would leave me a 5-star review on Google, it would really help me out. I'm in a very competitive business, and I shoot these videos to help people. And if you're willing to take just 5 seconds to help me out, I'd really appreciate it. So just cut and paste the URL in the web address in your browser. It'll take you to screen. Hit 5 stars, say a kind word, hit submit. 5 seconds for you, but invaluable to me, and I really appreciate it if you're willing to do that. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you and your family are well, and take care. Bye-bye.